Hello everyone! Today I am going to make a delicious potato and amaranth sabji, and the reason I'm using the word sabji is because the word sabji means a vegetable dish or vegetables in Hindi, and this dish that I'm going to cook today is a North Indian vegetable dish. Come join me to see the ingredients. So these are the ingredients. The ingredients will be listed in the caption. So these are 2 medium-sized potatoes that I've cubed into little cubes like this. And as for the amaranth, I have, these are all just washed leaves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them together and chop them a little bit fine. So I'm taking a bunch of amaranth like this and just chopping it up like this. Just a little fine, no hard and fast rules. And the reason I'm using the top of my stove is because the switches and all are, I've turned it off. So don't do it when the switches are on, because then you might just, you might just spoil your stove. So as you can see, I'm just doing this, and I'm only using the leaves of the amaranth because in this particular vegetable dish, the stems would be too fibrous, and it would be just nice if I add the leaves alone. So now the oil is hot, and I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of cumin seeds. This is about a teaspoon. Let it do the usual, make that spluttering sound. So now that's it's nice and brown. I heard that sound, it's just that I turned off the stove for a bit. Okay, I am now, as for the cubed potatoes, I've just sort of dried it up a little bit like this, because if you put the potatoes when they're wet, it'll be like, a lot of oil will splutter out. So there goes the potatoes. And I'm just going to stir it and cook this for about 7 to 8 minutes, because I want to sort of like let it fry on the outsides at least. I'm just going to cook this for about 7 to 8 minutes. So keep stirring it and don't put it on high heat. You can see that the potatoes are looking nice and golden on the outside. And I'm going to add half teaspoon of red chili powder. Oh, lower the heat please, so you don't want the chili powders to burn. Half teaspoon of turmeric powder, and 1.5 teaspoons of coriander. 1 and that much. Coriander powder. Give it a nice stir. Remember, this is when the stove starts to burn, so be careful. Give it a nice stir. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. It got a bit too cooked. A little bit of water. Let it cook. Yeah, I would have liked the color to be a little less brown than that, but that's fine. Add a little bit of water, let it cook a little bit more. Now you can add all the leaves inside. The leaves are not much, it just looks like a lot, but it's not. Now just close this and let the leaves wilt. Cook it for about 3 minutes now. You can add about half teaspoon of salt, guys. I'm using Himalaya salt, so sometimes it gets a little the Himalaya pink salt, it gets a little too salty if you add too much. So I'm very careful to add the salt. I'm careful to add too much of salt. So I'm just going to do this and let it cook a little bit more, especially the potatoes. The green leaves will cook very fast. The amaranth will cook fast, but the potatoes, I need that to be cooked inside. You can add a little bit more water for it to cook better. I think that was too little. Just a bit more. Not too much, just a bit more. So it steams inside and cooks in the steam and the water. You ought to turn up the heat at this point. I'm going to check if the potatoes are cooked now. Let's see. This should be a dry dish, not so wet, so I'm going to leave it open. Let's see if the potatoes are cooked. Yeah, I think it needs a little bit more cooking. Just going to leave it in here. I don't really want the amaranth to overcook. I want it to be green still. So let's see. This is that whole balance of cooking, Sometimes you want some ingredients to cook well, and then you want something else to not cook too much. So that's what it is. I'm going to cook it, close it again, just to get the potatoes to cook. Yeah, I think it should be cooked now. Should be done. Right at the end, I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of garam masala. And as you know, garam masala is a very North Indian spice. So, and this is a North Indian recipe. And also another North Indian spice, guys. This one, amchur powder. So a pinch. Just going to take a pinch. But it does have a distinct sour taste. So whether you like it or you don't, and I've grown to like this North Indian spices of late. I definitely did not grow up eating North Indian food. My mom didn't cook North Indian food, but I have a taste for North. I do like and enjoy North Indian food. It's nice to have diverse food in your diet. This is just about done. So I've turned off the stove, the heat, and this vegetable is done. I tasted it. Really good. So guys, this is how it looks like. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I'm really dying to tuck into this. It's really delicious. So there you go, guys. Potato and amaranth sabji. I hope you do try this dish. It's really tasty. A lot of us, South Indian Malaysian South Indians, okay, we don't really incorporate too much of potatoes. If we cook potatoes, it's usually a potato dish all on its own. We don't really add too much of potatoes in our vegetable dishes. But I noticed that North Indian cooking, a lot of potatoes are added, and it does for a change. It does give it a nice flavor, and something different and very tasty. So do give this a shot. Do try this amaranth and potato sabji. As you know, sabji means cooked vegetable or vegetable. So here's Shakila Shanmugam signing off. Do try this dish, guys. Do give me a like, and do subscribe to my channel, and also share my channels. Bye, everyone.